Hi everyone, welcome to day 333 of Project 365. So, today's really been one of those, frankly my dear, I don't give a damn days, and as such, I am in this extremely apathetic mood. However, whenever I get into apathetic moods, I tend to think a lot about things. And the one thing that I've been thinking a lot about lately is a video from someone by the name of Paul's Ego. He created this video back during Christmas in which he sort of declared his non-existent pride in being American, or more in a sense of being ashamed of being an American. And Paul, to you I say the sentiment is not yours alone. For years now I have been ashamed to call myself an American. While I am grateful for the numerous rights and abilities that we are granted from our government, I feel that there is a lot of work that needs to be done. First of all, in our society, there's this sort of desire and this need for blind patriotism, and that's one of the things that scares me the most. Anything that requires blind faith and blind belief usually tends to be pretty screwy. Uh, religion, uh, numerous religions to be more broad with my statement, and typically nationalism, all require this sort of blind faith and belief without ever actually looking at the facts. Now, I'm not going to say that America is horrible. That would be untrue. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't be ashamed to be called an American. First of all, our assumption of the world's resources is completely ridiculous, and it's just on astronomical levels in comparison to any other nation. Secondly, the whole blind faith thing. Thirdly, the fact that there's no one really courageous enough to willingly put themselves out there, say what they want to say about the government without fear of being ostracized by society. And the individuals who do so without fear are ostracized from society. And which is completely ridiculous. Just because someone holds the belief that they should be ashamed of the government doesn't necessarily mean that they're anti-statist. It just means that they feel that changes should be made, and that is true. Any person would agree with that. So, really, there's a lot of things fucked up with our nation, and it's completely ridiculous when I sit down and hear people say, nothing's wrong, absolutely nothing's wrong. And I'm not talking about issues or qualms or anything like that. I'm just talking about the basic structure and how things are established. Uh, for example, in kindergarten, you learn the Pledge of Allegiance before you learn the alphabet. If that isn't encouraging blind patriotism without any sort of substantial thinking or pondering or anything, then I don't know what else to say. Uh, but anyway, that's sort of been the thing that's on my mind. Is just sort of thinking about this and thinking about ways that we could possibly change or restructure the government. And I'm not saying to make humongo changes, I'm just saying to perhaps think about making our government more forward thinking. Um, anyway, I have a cold, and so I'm hard to understand already, so I don't want to talk for too long. Question for you guys: how do you feel about America? And more specifically, what are your thoughts on blind patriotism as opposed to patriotism? Because I do think there is a difference between someone who actually has sat down and thought about why they're patriotic and someone who simply is patriotic by virtue of not wanting to be ostracized by society. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.